Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Wednesday, September the 8th. It is National Pediatric Hematology Oncology Nurses Day.
That's a specific day.
It very much is, but it's also an important thing. So if you happen to be one of those, hats off to you today. It's also National Ampersand Day. You know what that is?
I do. I love the ampersand.
It's the and sign.
I love that symbol.
So you see, like John and Heidi, if there's like a little sign in the middle there, that's the ampersand. And today I've got a guest. I have Laurie Fortier joining me from The Walking Dead. She's joining for the final season. So a lot of folks are pretty darn sad. But there's some spin-off shows. So we're going to chat with her and see if she's in some of those. We kind of get a little update on what's happening there at AMC with The Walking Dead coming your way on this Wednesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A survey of 2,000 Americans asked whether seasonal foods, beverages, or activities should only be available during their matching season or if they should be available year-round. The survey was kind of split, 48%.
Like the pumpkin crap. No, Nobody wants that in the summertime.
Okay. Survey was split. 48% of people said you could enjoy your seasonal favorites year-round, and that would mean 48% said they do. That would mean 52% said no. No. And a new study says retiring early can be bad for your brain. I have no other information on this. That's all I have.
But my father feels the same way.
Yeah, he doesn't want to retire.
He said, I don't want to quit because I don't want to die.
Yeah,
he says that all the time.
I think he needs to take a little time for himself. That's just my opinion. But there we go. That is surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. 4 men charged with breaking into a restaurant to steal alcohol during COVID lockdowns. This was in Darwin. They will now be slapped with thousands of dollars in fines for not wearing face masks while they were doing this. So it's kind of funny because you'd think if you're robbing a place, you'd want to wear a mask. Northern Territory Police were alerted at 1:20 a.m. Tuesday that a liquor store had been broken into. 4 men had fled the scene on foot. They stole some booze and then hit the road. Officers arrested a group a short time later. They had breached the NT emergency declaration, mandated masks. They said, I've confirmed those individuals were not wearing masks, and they will be receiving $5,000 fines in addition to all the other stuff. So over $20,000 for these 4 people who broke into a business. They're age 31, 33, 44, and 58. So they got in trouble for stealing the booze and also unlawful entry and stealing and all that. Anyway, jail for a while, fines for a while. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. After a year after the judge granted Carol Baskin control of Joe Exotic's one-time zoo, she has now sold it. She and her husband, Howard, sold the property. Used to be a really big exotic animal park. They sold it for $140,000. This, by the way, was in lieu of getting paid for the $1 million judgment against him. So...
okay.
So he can never be a part of it in the future, and they can never house exotic animals of any kind for like the next 100 years. So anyway, for those of you who've been watching Tiger King, that's all what that's all about.
All you.
There you go. And a trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home broke the record for the most views in 24 hours. It was released to the biggest box office hit of all time, by the way, Avengers Endgame. I'm sorry, that was the previously, I said that all wrong. It was the previously held record, Avengers Endgame. Now, Spidey is going to do really, really, really well. 355 million views the first 24 hours. It's not even coming out till December 17th. So let's just say some folks are pretty darn excited.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com, a cafe in Scotland where J.K. Rowling wrote some of the Harry Potter books has been damaged in a fire. That's really sad. It's a place called the Elephant House. They have smoke and water damage after a blaze broke out next door. The Elephant House was a regular stop for Harry Potter fans and proudly displays a sign declaring itself, quote, the birthplace of the fictional young wizard I was going to say, that's the whole Harry Potter. There we go. That's the character. J.K. Rowling has disputed that, saying she began writing the stories before she moved to that city, but she did confirm that she frequented the cafe while penning some of the 7-book series. So,
Cute.
So she's like, it's not the birthplace, but, it's where he grew up.
But it's cute.
Michael Jackson is in the news again.
Again.
He's passed away, but there supposedly is a bunch of unreleased music that is part of his estate that may be featured on a new album soon. So that'll be interesting. The TSA posted
I don't know
video.
that I would want to hear that. Is that kind of creepy to you? I think that's
weird.
kind of creepy.
It's weird that,
Right?
if he wanted it released, he would have probably released it. So
He would have done it. So now you're doing this out of his...
Probably.
Yeah.
TSA posted a video of a block of raw chicken parts circulating on an airport luggage carousel. So that's just kind of gross. I don't think that's... I don't think I want my luggage next to that. A social media influencer was attempting to post a video of herself doing yoga on a beach in the Bahamas when she was bitten by a lizard. The woman says she washed the wound off in the ocean and her doctor told her she'll be fine. And one final thing here. Facing a shortage of delivery drivers, Amazon is now reminding people that they do not screen job applicants for marijuana use. So they're going, hey, so just in case, we just want to let you know that. There you go. That is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with Laurie Fortier, and she is in a bunch of stuff, but The Walking Dead. This is something that there's a huge following for this. What is it like to be a part of a program like that where there's so many people who just love it?
Oh my gosh, it was such an honor to step onto the set and be a part of the last season. Like you say, these fans are really loyal. So this was an exciting one for me.
And how sad is it that it's the final season? Could that change? Could we get more?
No, you're not going to get more, but there are a couple spin-offs in the works. So you will still be able to see your favorite characters.
Now,
some of them.
Your character in this, Agatha, what is it like? Is Agatha anything like the real Laurie or not at all?
Agatha is a total badass. She's protective. She would do anything for Maggie, and she's loyal to her guys, her wardens, and I'd say that I'm loyal. I'm a loyal chick.
Nice.
Absolutely, to my friends and my family, yeah.
And you're still fairly new on The Walking Dead, so there are probably people that are just kind of recognizing you on there, but you've had a chance to do a lot of fun projects. Which one, as you look back at the past, which project would you say was like the one that you kind of get the most attention when you go out, in the wild and people notice you and go, hey, you're that lady from, what would you say that project is?
Oh, I did an episode of Hawaii Five-0 that people. It's such a popular show, and people often recognize me for that. But then I do get a lot of I do a lot of Lifetime movies, so I also get a lot of that demographic, a lot of women that recognize me from their Lifetime movies, which is so funny.
And you've been doing this now for 20 years. You've had a chance to work with some amazing people over the last 20 years as well. Do you have a favorite, or is that kind of putting you on the spot to say a favorite?
No, you know what? You know who recently came to mind is I got to work with Jimmy Kahn, and that was he's such a legend. So I got to spend the day with him, on this movie that we were doing up in Canada years ago, and I mean that was just total starstruck moment.
And he seems like a pretty nice.
Yeah, no,
He seems like a pretty nice guy. Is he a pretty nice dude in real life, James Caan?
Oh my God, he's just he's such a character, super passionate and got stories for days. I mean, he's worked with everybody, so some of his stories were just amazing, just Hollywood legendary stories, but super nice. Yeah, super, super nice.
Now, back to The Walking Dead, the final season just recently started, and I see on here they're referring to it as the beginning of the end, and I know there are a lot of folks that are sad about that, but you said there will be some spin-offs that people can find as well. Are you going to be involved in any of the spin-offs, do you know?
I can't say,
but
we shall see.
Well,
we shall see, yeah.
So we should continue to watch to find out the answer to that, right?
Yes, you should absolutely continue to watch. Exactly.
And The Walking Dead was just a huge hit for AMC. I mean, there are people who, when streaming or cable companies were making changes, and I remember there was a big campaign where some cable company was getting rid of that channel, and because of The Walking Dead and the outcry of the people who love The Walking Dead, they said, okay, well I guess we're going to keep that channel. So it's pretty good when a TV show can make the difference of whether or not a channel gets to stay in existence on a certain network. That's a big deal.
True. I mean, that really is a true testament to the fans and their loyalty to the show. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today. We'll be watching for you in the beginning of the end, the final season of The Walking Dead on AMC. I'm going to throw a link to make it easy to find. Laurie, thank you again for your time today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Again, I'll throw a link to all of the information so you can find that quite easily. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
1 out of every 3 people have 20/20 vision. So that's
one
a
of
lot.
3?
1 out of 3. That's a lot more than I would have expected.
That's way higher than I would have expected.
So if you have 20/20 vision, that means that you're the 1/3 of the population. 1 out of 3.
That's crazy.
1 out of every 3 people. So
I definitely do not.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is. I think that's pretty
and
fascinating.
You do not. We
neither
both need to go to an eye doctor.
I actually should. My prescription is 10 years old. I should probably go get a new.
It's crazy old for both.
Pretty
of
bad
us.
when I'm reading something. You're like, the page is over here. I'm like, oh, what over there? Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
What'd that say?
All right, I might have gotten that wrong. All right, that is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Russia. Russia is currently hosting the annual International Military Music Festival featuring military marching bands playing traditional songs from around the world. It's kind of interesting.
Nice.
I wonder
love that.
if that's something you could watch online. I think I got this last week, so it's probably done by now because I'm pretty sure that story came out last week. But either way, interesting stuff. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A man faces arson charges and other charges for allegedly starting a fire in a store where his credit card was declined.
Oh, that's an overreaction.
Yeah, probably. They said the customer had his card declined. He left the store, came back with a gas can, contents of which he poured all over the floor and then set the place on fire. He drove off as the store manager was trying to put out the fire. This happened in Virginia. They started searching for the man. A car in which he drove was found at an apartment complex. Shortly afterwards, they saw a male subject under a tractor trailer near a store. The man had a hammer, and there was a brief standoff before police used a taser and arrested the 40-year-old man, Kyle Mabe, charged with felony arson, felony burglary, felony destruction of property, misdemeanor destruction of property, misdemeanor larceny. Taken into custody. No more charges are pending. Oh, I'm sorry. More charges are possible, according to the police. So he got himself in a bit of trouble. So that's a bad idea. It's a bizarre story. That is why it is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Now your Moment of Duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A creeping suspect was arrested after being literally caught with his pants down. Police arrested 37-year-old Javier Orcozo Gutierrez on body cameras. Oh, they captured the arrest of him on body cameras. I was going to try to figure out what I just read there, but that makes more sense. So they captured the arrest of the man on body cameras. According to deputies, they'd been monitoring an area all week after receiving reports of a man who was exposing himself to women.
Nice.
While surveillance was happening outside the home, deputies say they caught him in the act, literally with his pants down outside the victim's home. After a short chase, he was taken into custody, told deputies he was out to get some exercise. That's all.
Sure he was.
Multiple charges, including exposure, voyeurism, stalking, loitering, prowling, and remains in jail on a $33,000 bond. He did not get arrested for being creepy because that's not illegal, but it probably should.
It's not illegal to be creepy.
It's not. That's today's Moment of Duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Two Rivers, Nashville, Tennessee. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Two Rivers.
Golf course.
The answer is golf course.
Nice. I'm back.
Good job, Heidi. How did you know that? You just knew?
I just knew.
Good. She's really good. That is how we play Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Here's a headline. Garbage truck worker saves child from getting run over by a car. How cool is this?
Nice.
A home security camera captured the dramatic moment. A garbage truck worker saved a child's life. This happened in Brazil, August the 28th. According to a local news shop there, there was a person whose camera caught all of this. The dojo across the street caught this. So the grandfather had left to open the dojo and accidentally left the gate open. That's when the boy, Lucas, had gone outside after his grandfather. Security camera footage shows Lucas stepping out into the street as a garbage truck passed by. When Lucas was about to cross the street, the garbage truck employee pulled the child by the shirt, preventing him from being run over by another car. After the video went viral, Lucas's family met with his guardian angel, and they are pretty darn happy that he was there. There is a place here where you can click and watch the video footage. It is a security camera, and I believe the security camera is from, I don't know if it's from their house or if it's from the dojo now, but the grandfather owned the dojo across the street from the house. Either way, it's really cool. This happened in Brazil last month, and what a story. Can you imagine watching on security camera and seeing your kid almost get hit by a car? That would be awful. Good thing the guy was there, literally swooped in to save the day. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.